This episode is brought to you by Lumina Growth Lab. At Lumina, we help professional learning and development consultants who are struggling with steady lead flow, consistent bottom line revenue, and scalability so they can finally have healthy margins, make more strategic decisions, and ultimately take their business to the next level. Most of the time, our clients come to us frustrated because nothing seems to work outside of word of mouth and referral-based growth. But with the right strategy and support, they're able to confidently add new channels of lead generation that create sustainable revenue and year-over-year growth for cheaper than ever before because of the use of AI technologies. If that sounds like you or someone you know, connect with me on LinkedIn and I'd be happy to have a conversation with you about unlocking your business's potential. Now, let's dive into today's episode. Welcome to the Marketing Matrix, guys. I'm your host, Lisanne Murphy. So excited to be here with you guys. I have the one and only, the powerhouse, Jimmy Lea is with us today. Jimmy, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today.
Oh, thank you for the invitation, Lisanne. I really appreciate it. We're going to have a fun conversation. It's going to be really
I
good.
know we are. Guys, I met Jimmy quite recently, and I was absolutely blown away by his expertise and his confidence and what he has created in the business that he's working in. You guys are just going to be like, wow, it's really amazing what they've done with a very, very specific niche. And so I'm really excited to get his insights on the matter. Let me take a second to introduce this wonderful man, and I'm going to let him take over very, very soon. So Jimmy Lea has spent over a decade helping businesses grow, increase revenue, and build lasting customer relationships. He works with organizations that want to boost sales and revenue, creating a better life for themselves, their teams, and their customers. He's a certified professional speaker, an avid storyteller, and a champion for transforming customer reviews into raving fans. Get ready for fresh ideas, real-world strategies, and a speaker who's all about action. As a dynamic speaker and vice president of business development at the Institute for Automotive Business Excellence, he delivers powerful insights that drive real results. Please welcome, round of applause, everybody, Mr. Jimmy Lea. Jimmy, thank you again so much for coming.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Lisanne. This is going to be fun.
So for people that don't know your awesomeness yet, give us a background. Like, what are you doing? How did you get into it? What's your philosophy of why you do what you do? Like, just give us a background of who you are so people can get a feel for Lea.
Right. Well, that's a very loaded question. And I'll start with the fact that I lost a bet, got into the automotive industry, and here I am. That's the short version. The long version would say I was once upon a time selling call tracking phone numbers to the automotive aftermarket, demoed a software company who said, "Oh, you're going to come work for me." And I said, "No, thanks. I'm good. We can still be friends." Fast forward a few months and I'm working for him. Became the national speaker for Auto Vitals and was representing Auto Vitals at Napa Auto Parts, and specifically with Napa Auto Care Centers, digital vehicle inspections. Fast forward 4 more years, transfer over to Kukui. It's all about websites and CRM. It's about engaging with the automotive aftermarket with shops so that they can engage with their clients. So that's a whole nother level of automotive awesomeness. Fast forward 5.5 years, and here we are 2 years with the Institute for Automotive Business Excellence, focusing specifically on the automotive aftermarket. We focus on those shops where you take your vehicle for an oil change, where you take your vehicle because it won't start or it's making a funny noise. You're not going to go to the dealership anymore. You're not going to go to a quick lube. This is that independent automotive shop that's right there in the middle. And in North America, there's about 250,000 automotive repair shops. That's my market. That's who I go after. And I'll tell you what else here too, Lisanne. We go after this market because most of our clients are highly skilled, highly technical, technically trained professionals. Their cars talk to them. Diesel trucks talk to them. They know the languages of automobile and automotive. But when it comes to running their business, chances are they haven't had the same training or skill set. They operate out of the bank of their front pocket. Do I have money or not? We help them to teach them those business skills, that business acumen, so that they can run a proper business. And just like Michael Gerber says, they're going to work on their business, not in their business.
I love that. I love that. So tell me more about, like, I really want you to tell the audience about, like, you don't just give coaching. Like, you've created a movement and a community with these garage owners. Talk a little bit about that, because I think that's like really what is so impressive and like has really differentiated you from like most coaching programs.
Yeah, we do. We work very closely with these automotive repair shops with their advisors. Their advisors, they are the front desk, they're the front counter. We're going to coach and train them on what they need to do on the daily. As well is communication with the technicians in the back office, as well as communication with clients that are coming in, bringing their vehicle. That communication is key. So yes, we have all that coaching and training in that realm, as well as managers. Managers, a different skill set. You're no longer the day-to-day creating estimates and invoices and work orders. It's now managing people. That's a different skill set. On to coaching owners, we have coaching on a one-on-one basis as well as group environment. With that coaching, we turn a shop around usually in 6 months. That's the average. We take them from being in debt, not taking a paycheck, and up to debt in their eyeballs, to having money in the bank, in the savings account. Their debts are paid off in 6 to 9 months. Now, it varies from shop to shop. Not everybody has that gracious of a success story, but many do. And the environment that we have created, we created an online environment where we've got about 4,500, 4,600 shop owners, advisors, and managers that come together to consume our information, to get more education, to learn more about their business, as well to ask questions of the group. I'm not able to answer all the questions so immediately, but when you have a group, the group is able to come in and answer a lot of those questions that are coming from clients that they need an answer. They might need it immediately, and I might not be able to get to it for an hour or two, but the community really comes together and helps those people to take it to that next level and answer those questions for them. With our learning management system, with our online community, it brings it all together for that education with the clients.
So powerful. And talk to me about the impact this has had on them. Like I loved, like that was like one of my favorite parts about our conversation. Like you called them the brothers, right?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
yeah, like tell me about the impact this is having on the lives of those that you guys serve.
So it goes to our motto. Let's start with our motto. Our motto is better business, better life, better industry. Better business. We're here to teach you about your business so you can have a better business. When you have a better business, the net result is that you have a better life. But it's more than that. Not only do you have a better life as a shop owner, it affects your service advisor, it affects your technicians, it affects their wives and their families. You as a shop owner, you are responsible for their mortgages. You are responsible for their bills, their utilities. You've got to be able to provide them an opportunity to make a very, very good wage, a good living, and provide a service to the community to keep them safe on the road. When you provide that because you have a better business and you now have a better life, we at the Institute are here to help the entire industry build and help the entire industry grow. So we're going to lock arms with our shops and our shop owners to make sure that we don't leave anybody behind.
I love it. It's such a powerful concept. And I really want to draw attention, guys, if you're listening, to the power of finding a very specific niche and a very specific problem that's paining them, that niche might not think that there might be a solution out there for, right? Like, I'm sure that the mindset that many of these garage owners have is just like the nature of the business is it's paycheck to paycheck. We hope that we can pay the bills. We may hopefully we can keep the lights on, right? And you're really creating a basis for them of creating a legacy with this business instead of just it's a way to survive through life until you retire, which I think is just
Yeah.
it's so strategic, but also like so mission driven as well, which is like such an amazing combination.
Yeah, it is. And Lisanne, let's niche into this a little bit more. So yes, I'm the automotive industry, but that includes new and used car sales. That includes dealership service. That includes quick lube and collision. We're all kids and cousins. We're closely related. And we've had dealerships come to us and say, hey, we want you to coach us. You're not our market. You're not our client. It's just that too different that I would have to change my entire business model to be able to service you, a single location. I'm more interested in helping 250,000 shops and shop owners than I am changing my entire business model just to allow a collision shop or just to allow a dealership to learn from us. Our niche is the automotive aftermarket. So those of you who have a niche, yes, you want to provide your service to everyone. I'd love for our service to be for everyone, but it's not. It's for the automotive aftermarket.
I love that. Can you talk about the evolution of how you got to where today? Like, where did it start? Like what was like the first offer that you guys had, and like how did it grow and snowball to be the robust coaching and community juggernaut that it is today? Like what was that evolutionary journey?
Yeah, that's a really good question. That goes to the founder and chairman of the board, former CEO of the company, Cecil Bullard. He started in 2010. He was coaching for a different company and went to him and said, "Hey, look, our shops are reaching this point, but then they stop and there's no more progression. We want them to learn more and do more. And here's the information. Here's all this information, workbooks and calculators and spreadsheets that are going to help these shops take it to the next level." And this former training company said, "Thanks, but no thanks. We're good. We've got what we need. We're going to stay on this path that we're going. You're good. Thank you. We're fine." And he said, "Okay, well, that answers my question. I'm deuces. I'm out." 2010. He decides this is it. And he's in Ogden, Utah, starts driving south to Southern California. And on this trail, on this path going down I-15, picks up his first 10 clients, charging $1,000 a month for his coaching and training services. Fast forward. So he was a one-man band for many, many years, working with WorldPack, working with Advanced Auto Parts, working with TechNet, and doing a lot of coaching and training, managing, facilitating their smart groups, their 20 groups, or their masterminds. Did this for years and years and years. And then it was about probably 2020 that he decides, I want to do more. I want legacy. I want my son to be able to have something to build and to grow. This is more than just me, a single person. I can affect one, but if I have many, now I can affect many. So he decided to bring on more people, more coaching staff, more sales. And that's where I joined the team here a couple of years ago to create this buzz, to create the lead, to create the information that shop owners will pay attention to and come and check us out. We want to be able to be that solution for these shops. We want to be able to provide them a better way, a better idea, a better method for getting results at their shop. And we do that by analyzing their numbers. Many shop owners, when they come to us, they don't have a profit and loss. They don't have an income statement. They don't know if they're making money or not. They really don't. They really and truly go off of their front pocket. Do I have money in my pocket or not? Well, and that's scary to run your business that way. So we systematize them. We get them away from handwriting invoices, handwriting estimates, handwriting work orders. They now implement a software as a service in their point of sale system. There's like 196 different point of sale systems in the aftermarket. So not all of them are created equal. Analyze them, find out which one works best for you, and that's where you need to go. So we help these shop owners to decide and decipher what they need to do. I tell you a specific example. A shop called in the other day, Corey, and I called into one of our account executives and says, "Listen, I've been with you guys for 3 months. And in 3 months, I have learned more than I have over the last 12 years at all the other training companies I've been with. And in 3 months, this month, will have my very best month in 33 years. We have surpassed all sales. We have surpassed all profit goals. We have surpassed all labor goals. We have surpassed. So not only am I having a record-breaking month this year, I'm having a record-breaking year. There's another shop owner, Betty. She came to us, and here it is, July. Yes, when she came with the story, it was July. Here we are in August of 2025. By July, she had surpassed her previous year in sales and operations and profit. By July, that's
That's
double
incredible.
the income, double the sales, double the growth. Could she have done it on her own? Maybe. She might have gotten there eventually. We don't know. But what we do know is that with this coaching and training from the Institute, she was able to double her business in 1 year.
That's really incredible. I love hearing these specific and real stories in real time of people that are actually impacted by shifts that they just don't even know what they don't know, right? Because like you say, like their expertise is in the technical, right? They're incredibly, incredibly smart individuals, but their training and passion is not on the business side. So to have a group come in and handhold and lead them and guide them and mentor them in that process, it's fulfilling a piece of the puzzle that's really necessary so they can probably focus even more attention on the technical side, which they actually enjoy.
So true. You've inspired another story. Think of professional athletes. They all have coaches. They all have trainers. Why? Because they're professional athletes. They want that last final tweak. Are they major modifying? Not usually. Usually it's the fine tweaks that a professional athlete is doing. Tracy Holt came to us, Performance Place Auto in northern Utah. I think he's in West Jordan or Sandy, Utah. And he came to us and he says, hey, look, I'm a family business. I've got 14 bays. My business, the success of my family depends on the success of our business. We are a 7.4% net profit shop. I can't break it. I don't know why. I've been to 3 other coaching and training companies, and they say that these are the 3 things I need to focus on. And if you're going to tell me these 3 things, well, then our conversation is over. And thank you very much. We'll still be friends. I'll see you at trade shows. We'll shake hands and nod and be smiling and nice to each other. But he says, if you tell me these 3 things, I'm out. I said, well, what are the 3 things? Car count, raise your labor rate, increase your average repair order, charge shop supplies. And we said, no, that's not where we're going to go. And he says, I need shop efficiency. I need shop efficiency. If I can get my shop efficiency better, I can increase. He was with us 9 months, had his best month on record. By the way, it just kept increasing. He calls us up on the phone, 23.9% net profit for Tracy Holt, Performance Place Auto. What did we do? We focused on his shop efficiencies, on his technicians. Why? Because that's where he wanted to start. So our coaching and training is going to meet you where you are to help you grow your business. We met him where he was. We helped him to improve his shop efficiencies. Now, what's the net result? Higher car count, higher average repair order, and he's making more money. He's taking home more money. By the way, that record was set in November of 24, 23.9%. Fast forward 1 month, December of 24, 24.3% net profit. Net profit. By the way, he also has 6 more bays at the back of his shop that his dad had full of treasures. I went and visited Tracy's shop and I was like, bro, you got to get rid of dad. He can't be in this back shop. Look at this. Each one of these bays, 6 bays times 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 a month. This is costing you $36,000, $360,000 a month. You open this up. He did. Put in 2 big, huge C-tainers in the back. They've got 3.5 acres there in town. So he put all of dad's stuff in there and says, Dad, it's here. Anytime you want to come look at it, come on down. It's been a year. Dad hasn't looked at it yet.
That's incredible. I love that.
And that's
I love
okay.
that. Yeah, it's really amazing how
Yeah.
like the smallest efficiencies make the biggest difference. So tell me, Jimmy,
It's so true.
tell me about how this being involved in this has impacted you personally. Like what has this done for you as an individual in terms of like your personal fulfillment or the mission that you have in life? Like, because I can tell like this isn't just a gig for you. Like you really love this. So like tell me about the impact this has had on your life.
I really do. I really do. I am loving the success that our shops are seeing. Changing lives. This is changing lives. It isn't we're in the relationship business. We just happen to work on cars. So if we can teach our shops and our shop owners to be a better relationship person, then they're going to have more success in their business. And I love being able to talk to these shops and shop owners, visit them at their shops to discover what makes them awesome, what makes them unique, what makes them different, what makes them shine. Because they're all the same, but they're all a little bit different. And they don't get to see that. Not unless they're in a 20 group that travels and puts eyeballs on shops, which ours groups do. 3 times a year, they go visit a shop. They descend on a shop, 20 sets of eyeballs looking at that shop from front curb to back wall. They're looking at everything from street signs, landscaping, waiting room, parking lot, Wi-Fi, snacks that are available, coffee, tea, internet, all the way into the back with technicians working. Where's the filters? Where's the belts? Where's the parts? How do you receive them? How do you send back cores? Is it efficient? Why do you have the filters all the way on the back wall? The technicians that are working on cars that need the filters are on this wall. Let's save them 2 miles a day. Bring those filters over here.
I love that. Do you go and visit every shop that works with you?
Not every shop. We do try to as an executive committee, but it's just growing so fast and there's so much that we're relying a lot on our coaches and a lot on our gear performance groups, which is our mastermind groups, our 20 groups. Right now I have 5, looking to expand by the end of summer. I want to add a 6th for diesel trucks, diesel repair, diesel service. Within the automotive aftermarket, you really have three general, maybe four now, 3 or 4 specific areas that most shops specialize in. Diesel is one. European cars is one, but even in European cars, there are some shops that specialize only in Porsches or only in Lamborghinis or only in Audis, but that's European. And then you've got domestic, and domestic is everything that's made here in the United States, but that also includes a lot of the Asian cars as well, the Honda, Toyotas, Lexus. The fourth one I would say is EV. EV has really come out, and it's not taken over, but it's got a significant hold in the market. So our shops need to be aware of what's available, what they can do, what they can't do. If they do it wrong, it could cost them their life. These EV batteries, they are very, very powerful, and a technician that doesn't know what they're doing, it could cost them their life. So hopefully they're getting coached and trained on how to work on EVs so that they can help cars stay safe on the roads for years and years to come. So no matter where this industry goes, one day we'll have flying cars, and technicians will need to work on flying cars, and that will be great.
I love that so much. That's fantastic. So what are some of the Institute's big initiatives, like in terms of growth goals or quality of community goals? Like what are you guys working on right now?
Well, it's probably the 50 rule. We doubled over the last year, doubled the amount of clients, the amount of shops that we're servicing and working with. Over the next year, over the next 12 months, we're looking to double the amount of clients that we're working with, which means we're hiring coaches monthly, training coaches up monthly so that they can really hit the ground running. In the past, we've focused on our coaches that they had to have worked in a shop or owned a shop. And our two most recent hires, one was a consultant in the Fortune 500, one was a manager, a CEO of a marketing company, and their shops are performing so exceptionally well that we're now very open to hiring coaches that are outside the industry. If they have that ability to hold accountable people, if they have that ability to see what needs to be done and can make those recommendations, we're very interested. It seems that those that are shop owners or former shop owners, they have a little bit too much empathy with these shop owners that are struggling, and they might accept a few of those excuses that they ought not. And our
Interesting.
Fortune 500 consultant says, hey, this is what needs to be done. You need to get it done. Let's do it. Did you do it? Did you do it? Is it done now? Are you done now? Are you like a service advisor can make or break your business. If you've got a bad apple, it definitely ruins the bunch. And it could be a service advisor. It could be a technician. And even if it is your best technician, if that best technician is a sour apple, it's ruining your whole culture, your whole environment. There are so many stories about shops that have let go of a bad apple as a technician or a service advisor, and the air the next day was fresher. It tasted better. The sky was bluer. Everything was better. The coffee even was better because that bad apple was gone.
Yeah, I love this is such a great conversation. So tell me more, like, and you alluded to this just a moment ago in terms of what you do differently, right? Can you be more specific? Like what is something that you do different than most in your industry?
Oh, good question. So I'm not as familiar with the other training companies and what they do specifically, but I can speak to what it is that we do as a shop, as a training company with our shops that we do extremely well. One is meeting with them and talking about their numbers and getting their books straight so they know if they're making money or not. We meet with our clients twice a month for an hour every other week. More if necessary, but usually you can get enough done within that hour that you've got plenty of homework to do over the next 2 weeks before we meet again. So those one-on-one coaching sessions really helps these shops to turn the corner, to get out of debt, to actually finally take a paycheck. There's so many businesses in America that are barely making it, and they're barely making it because shop owners don't have that business acumen. We've got to coach and train them. We've got to teach them how to run a business. They know how to fix cars. Now we need to teach them how to run a business. And it goes extremely well for those shops that we work with. We meet with them twice a week for an hour, plenty of homework. Other coaching companies, they meet weekly for a half an hour. So time-wise, you would say, okay, well, it's the same, But it's not the same. That hour, you don't have 2 introductions, 2 how do you do's, how do you do. It's a full solid hour of instruction to help you improve and become better. We're not here to talk to you about the football game from last Sunday. We're not here to be your buddy or your friend, though we are your buddy and your friend. We're here to make sure that you are successful. And that's our number one priority, is making sure that you're successful. And if you're not doing your homework, if you're not paying attention, if you as a client are not doing your part, we're going to let you go. We've got too many other people that we can help, that we can take care of. And if you're not going to do what you need to do, we're going to let you go. Vice versa, if we're not helping you, we have no long-term contracts. Our contract is month to month. If you are not getting value from what we're providing, you can go at any time. You work hard for the rent every single day, every single month. You have to pay the rent on that building. We have to work for that rent as well. And we're working every day to make sure that you're successful as a shop owner so you can pay the bills. One of those bills happens to be us as well.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love the transparency, as well as like the understanding of what they're up against, and you're just like, we're going to do our best to create it so that you'd never want to leave, but like, we're not going to create golden handcuffs and be like, well, you're stuck with us for 12 months, so buckle up, you know? I think that's a
Right?
really powerful model. How long do clients
It is.
typically stay with you?
Well, that's a great question. So within our advisor program, it's about a 12-month program, and those advisors stay for the full 12 months. Some stay longer and get more and continue to get more out of their advisor program. They need that accountability. Once they leave and they don't have a coach holding them accountable, they fall back into old habits. So many of them will stay longer, maybe 2 years, 24 months. Within the manager program, we started that in 2022. And since then, it has grown from 17 to 27. There's only been 2 or 3 that have actually left the advisor program. And I'll say left because, well, that's relative. They actually bought a shop. So they were so successful as managers that they said, oh, you know what? I'm going to go buy a shop. So I would call that more of a graduation than I would leaving the program. Within our coaching program, with our coaching clients, it's about 2.5 years to 3 years. And that number keeps coming down because the natural progression for a shop and a shop owner is come in with the coaching and training. As you learn, as you get your numbers straight, the goal is, and the natural progression for you is to go straight into the Gear Performance Group, into our 20 groups, our masterminds. And in our masterminds, those shops stay 8.5, 9 years. I believe our longest is 18 years right now. So if you're watching this in past 2025, give us a call. We'll let you know how long he's been around now. It's super phenomenal to have that type of relationship with our clients, that they trust us and they continue to come back year after year after year and trust us with the success of their business.
Yeah,
So
that's
we're
really,
growing by leaps and bounds, and it's so much fun.
that's remarkable. It truly is. I love that so much. So talk to me for just a moment on what are some industry trends that you're seeing that's impacting your business? And it could be in the automotive industry, it could be in with AI, like what are trends that you're seeing that's impacting your business and how you serve your clients?
My word, you just open up a whole can. I don't think we have enough time, but I'll try and summarize. So consider we have 250,000 shops in North America. Over half of them are owned by men and women who are over 65 years old. They are ready to retire. Prior to COVID 2020, they were ready to retire. They thought, oh, well, I'll put in another year or 2, but then we'll sell the business or we'll lock the doors or walk away. Consider that many of them did. COVID hit, they're like, deuces, I'm going to retire. I'll just lock the front door. I'm out. Many of them did. Many of them stuck it out and said, oh my gosh, now I can't retire. I have to stay here. Fast forward 5 years, they went from 65, they're now 70. They are definitely ready to retire. So if half of the automotive aftermarket is going to either sell, close the business, or walk away, what does that mean? That means that right now, today, if you are on the bell curve and you're at the 50% mark, once these owners, these shop owners, sell to private equity, sell to a key employee, or lock their front door, you go from being middle of the road to being bottom of the barrel. So you've got to up your game. Right now is the time for you to up your game and become that shop that you really want to be, which takes it into that next level of where we are as a coaching company with our high performance groups and our mergers and acquisitions. This is a group specifically set up for the multi-million dollar per location shops, or those shops that have a larger footprint. They have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shops. It's the multiple shop operators, the MSOs. They want to grow their business to a point where they have 10 rooftops or 20 or 30. And then they're looking for private equity to be able to sell. But they're not going to sell and be out and be done. Many of them still want to have their foot in the market. So we find them, match them with private equity that buys 51%. They still own 49%. But the majority is with the private equity, and they continue to grow the business. Straightaway Auto is one that we did this with in 2024, March of 24. They closed their deal, 42 rooftops, and the next morning, 5 owners woke up and their bank account had many, many zeros in it.
Wow.
Millions of dollars were made overnight, but they also worked very hard and they were very similar. 15 years they had been in the same performance group, mastermind group, so their businesses were very similar. We facilitated that when we merged with Michael Smith. Michael Hertzberg Smith was Hertzberg Smith, and we merged our 2 businesses together. That is the success program that we're looking for. We want to know what the shop owner wants to do. Is it a single location and the shop owner just wants to be done and out? Well, we can help facilitate that. If it's a single shop owner and they want to protect their employees or protect, maybe they've got a child that works at the shop with some challenges, but my son couldn't get a job anywhere else, so that's why he works for us. We can match that shop owner with a management company or an advisor or another group that will fulfill what that shop owner wants to do. So where are you today? What are your goals? What do you want to do for the future? If you're looking to get out and sell tomorrow, we can facilitate that. You won't get as much as you will if you work with us for 3 years or so to get your books right. You could sell for 10 times what you would get if you sold it tomorrow. So what do you want to do? Where are you? Do you want to grow the
I love that.
kingdom to 30 locations? Then you're going to have generational wealth because every 5 years, you're going to sell again and sell again and sell again. So you continue to make money off of your shop that you have today for years and years and years to come, if you set it up right. That's the biggest complaint we get from shop owners that sell is, oh my gosh, I didn't do it right. I wish I could go back. I wish I could still have my shop so I could set it up and do it right.
I love it. I love how comprehensive your program is and how you meet your clients where they are in their journey, but create massive value regardless whether they are where they are, whether they're massively in debt or they're wanting to get out and create wealth. Like there's something for everybody. And I just think it's really remarkable. It's seriously been so fun listening to you share and how passionate you are about this. And we need more businesses like this institute in like every niche there is, because it really is remarkable what you guys have done.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Lisanne. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us how people can get in touch with you, whether that's if there's a shop owner that's listening or there's someone that knows a shop owner that's listening, like how do people, or they're just interested in following your journey from a business perspective. Like how do people follow you, find you? Give us the details.
Well, we're definitely on all the socials, so you can find us. And our website is wearetheinstitute.com. Wearetheinstitute.com is our website. From there, you can get all our socials. We have a YouTube channel. There's a tremendous amount of business knowledge and information on our YouTube channels. So chances are you're listening to this and your shop that you take your vehicle to needs coaching and training from a business coach. We are that business coach specific for the automotive aftermarket. There's a lot of business coaches that are extremely successful and they coach and train all businesses. We focus specifically in one niche area and we're the best at it.
I love it. Guys, well, I'm going to put that link and a multiple of the other links down in the notes for the episode. So go ahead and check those out and you can just link directly. And again, Jimmy, thank you so much for your passion and your ability to communicate what you guys do. It really has been an absolute joy having you on the Marketing Matrix today.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Lisanne. I appreciate it.